Cardinal, Cardinal, the Cardinal of justice. When the angels heard his call, they gave them strength to answer all. As the demons start to fall, he's kicking down the walls. The Cardinal, the Cardinal, the Cardinal of justice. Turning, disturbing in the thicket. The Cardinal of justice.
A trio came and they bestowed power to a man unknown, sent him out into the land, power coursing through his hands.
Evil lies at every door, gnashing teeth you can't ignore. Trials of the sinner's life,
living life under the knife.
Evil seeks to bring us down, and the devil doesn't fool around. But the Cardinal, he fights to save the day. No matter the fight, he always musters the might. The Cardinal, the Cardinal of justice cometh.
Trio came and they bestowed power to a man unknown, sent him out into the land, power coursing through his hands. Picket wire, tiki-taki, toshi-winnie, why the mountain?
Why the mountain?
Escape and thrive. Escape and thrive. Just a kid with lots of years, lots of laughter, lots of tears. Bodies age while spirits rage. Every issue's another cage. Escape from a world without heroes. Escape, bring your vision to the light. Escape, be inspired by your heroes. Escape, be the hero of your mind. I'm just a man with lots of time. Sometimes in life you just go blind. You've got to have a place to go, far away from what you know. just go blind. You've got to have a place to go, far away from what you know. Escape from a world without heroes. Escape, bring a vision to the light. Escape, be inspired by your heroes. Escape, be the hero of your mind. I'm living a life so I can dream. All that's dirty can be cleaned. You've got to have the nerve to rise. Look the madman in the eyes. Coward not, lift up your head. You are not the living dead. To your feet and don't back down. Stop looking lost if you are found.
Here time, jumping, Native American, super suited, superhero, with a heart for Jesus. Canadian shield, he's the rock in the field of grass. Canadian shield, he's a foot for the kick in the asteroids are falling, the shield will get him all. Asteroids are falling, the shield will get him all.
But if possible, pass this cup from me. See, we don't understand because we're so connected to our physical bodies that we think he doesn't want to go through the beating. He doesn't want to go through the cross. That's not what he's worried about. Taking a beating, all that, ain't nothing. I mean, I've taken a beating. I mean, you actually kind of don't even feel it. I mean, you're knocked out. You don't even know what's going on. Your body goes into shock. This is not what he was asking. What he was asking is this. He said, if possible, let this cup pass from me. If possible. Abba, second time, Abba. You know, anytime Yeshua, Jesus, is crying out. I mean, I've never seen him cry out. I mean, this is God on earth. What's he crying about? Come on, you know why you're here. And twice he's bleeding. He's pleading with Peter, stay awake with me. Come on, somebody, stay awake with me. Pray, pray, pray. Why is he in this great desperation? What's he asking? What is this cup? 3 times. If possible, pass this cup from me. But not my will, but your will be done. What is the cup? What is the cup? The cup. All the sins of humanity, from the beginning to the end, was grabbed into a vortex of time and put into the cup. He took every last drop of the sins of humanity. And that was the anguish, because at that moment he's separated from the Father, and he's the homosexual, he's the pedophile, he's the thief, he is the sickness of the world, because he has to go with the sickness of the world. And this is why we don't understand. The Pharisees grabbed him and they brought him out of the city. Why? Because on the 14th day, God said to the people of Israel, you must remove all the leaven from the house. And leaven represents sin. They didn't know what they were doing, but the sin of humanity was on him, and they had to drag the leaven bearer because he was too much of a curse to be in the city of Jerusalem. The Lamb who knew no sin became sin, that we could become the righteousness of God.
Got no pickup or puppy dog, just got my weapons and fatigues on. I got a crazy look and an amazing book, but don't scramble my eggs, country Melvin. Don't shave my damn legs, country Melvin. Don't get in the way, a country Melvin. A pew pew and punch two, pew pew and punch two.
Kingdoms come and kingdoms go, where they stop we never know. But in the end, the heroes rise. Destiny will not compromise. Forget the balance of good and evil. That's a lie to keep the dark alive. The red wings that burn the sky, the Cardinal of justice flies, and darkness dies, darkness dies, darkness dies. The wicked monsters walk the earth, every shadow giving birth. But light is pure and sure to soar, demons falling to the floor. Forget the balance of good and evil. That's a lie to keep the dark alive. The red wings that burn the sky,
I believe in the heart of a good man. I believe in the soul of a maiden true. I believe there are people who understand. I believe there's a hero in you. Welcome to the hero shine. In a world where the doors keep on closing and it feels like we'll never escape, there's a place where adventures are open. There's a place where you don't have to wait. I believe in the heart of a good man. I believe in the heart of a good man. I believe in the soul of a maiden true. I believe there are people who understand. I believe there's a hero in you. Welcome to the hero shack. I deliver the tales for the hoping. I'm the wind in the sails for the brave. I'm the lesson that helps you keep coping at the end of a very bad day. I believe in the heart of a good man. I believe in the soul of a maiden true. I believe there are people who understand. I believe there's a hero in you. Welcome to the hero shack. Welcome to Hero Shack. He a time jumping Native American, super suited superhero with a heart for Jesus. Canadian shield, he's the rock in the field of grass. Canadian shield, he's the foot for the kick in the... Asteroids are falling, the shield will get them all. rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season. Rise to crush the villains. Justice is back in season. Titans rise, crush the wicked. Justice is back in season. Titans rise, crush the wicked. Justice is back in season.
Melvin, it's Melvin. You want Melvin? I want you to want Melvin. Stop! I'm a disco mercenary, but the love for some punk rock. I'm a fever busting warrior, an evil I will shock. Melvin, it's Melvin. You want Melvin, don't you really? I want you to want Melvin. It's a boogie woogie bust 'em up. Melvin's gonna rock the floor.
A trio came and they bestowed power to a man unknown. Sent him out into the land, power coursing through his hands. Evil lies at every door, gnashing teeth you can't ignore. Trials of the sinner's life, living life under the knife. Evil seeks to bring us down, and the devil doesn't fool around. But the Cardinal, he fights to save the day. No matter the fight, fighting for right, firing the might, blood-drenched tide. The Cardinal, the Cardinal of justice come out. Stop! What he didn't do, he didn't why, take it to shoot when he wanted the fountain. And then it came to be, the Cardinal was lost to all. But the cry of the weakest
Kingdoms come and kingdoms go. Where they stop, we never know. But in the end, the heroes rise. Destiny will not compromise. Forget the balance of good and evil. That's a lie to keep the dark alive. The red wings that burn the sky. The Cardinal of justice flies. And darkness dies. Darkness dies. Darkness dies.
Hello, hello.
Howdy, howdy.
What's happening, girl?
I was just watching all your surprise videos and getting excited for our launching of the campaign.
Yeah, well, right now it should be right about 9 o'clock, 8:59 on my clock. So in 1 minute it opens.
Okay.
The link is in the description, but it's basically fundmycomic.com
Mm-hmm.
/ Darkness Dies. All
Hey,
one
Rick.
word. Evening, Rick. So yeah, we're excited. We're here to promote our book, our graphic novel, our work since what? When did this start? September?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right. It just seems like so long ago.
Well, it really started in the Great Cyclopean as a backup story.
Right.
And then I
It
committed
became
to
a full-fledged black and white graphic novel.
right. It was going to be like just a 24-page short story. And then I kind of fell in love with where the story was going. Ooh, I lost Diana somehow.
Oh, I'm here.
No, you know
You-
what? This computer, it's acting funny on my end.
Huh.
My display keeps messing up. But as long as we're here, you also know how to control it if I get dipped, right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Yes, I do.
So yeah, what do we talk about? I mean, how do we explain to the world that this is a book worth having?
That's a really
I put you right on the spot. So he is a superhero that spans multiple generations. I don't want to say he's like the Phantom, but he's like the Phantom in the sense that it passes down father and son. It being the gift, the power, the blessings of the Cardinal of Justice.
right.
His roots go back to the 14th century, and the story spans all the way into the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
It's got ups, it's got downs, it's got curves, it's got laughs, it's got, oh my goodness, so much great stuff. It has been a pleasure to create, and I am in the final chapter now, and that's why we've launched, because at this point, the book is imminent, the conclusion of such. Now, from there, I will go on to the next issue of the Great Cyclopean, but that's for another day. Today, Darkness Dies. Did I make you choke there? Was that bad?
No, no. That's just me.
Well, I knew it was you because you're the only other person on.
Yeah, no. No, I just my nose started to run, like not run away, but just started to get stuffy. And so yes, Tim, it's no longer just the Great Cyclopean. We are expanding the Hero Shack universe to include Darkness Dies, the Cardinal, the Faces of Cardinal, as we've changed the name a couple of times. But
Faces
I
of
like
the
this
Cardinal,
one.
my love. And we haven't
Face-
changed it a couple of times. It was the Cardinal of Justice up until about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And it was when I just felt it was real important to express the meaning of this book, and that is Darkness Dies.
right.
People like to think that, black holes sucking all the light, and therefore the light is dead, but it's actually something else going on beyond our meager comprehension.
Yes.
I honestly, that darkness dies. All it takes is light, and it can't survive. It has to go hide in the shadows. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The light is the curing source of all things. Really, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the light is the light, man. It's the light. So yeah, the graphic novel really touches on that.
Mm-hmm.
We are self-rating it as mature because the bad guy is so vile and so bad that he says some very disgusting things.
Mm-hmm.
The content pushes the envelope, but it doesn't get anything that like you wouldn't see. I'd say even in a rated R movie, and that's not even for it's not like there's sex in it. It's that there's some violence in it. There's some suggestions in it.
Right.
But I wouldn't feel comfortable handing it to a 13-year-old. A 16-year-old, maybe, but not, So
I think we should
an older audience.
So the campaign is now live.
Why does that bother you that I said that?
It didn't bother me, but I wanted to let people know that the campaign is now live.
Yes, it went live at 9:00.
Yeah, it did go live at 9:00.
Go make sure that it actually went live.
I already did. That's why I said the campaign is now live. I have it up.
And it's going to go for 59 days. Now, that sounds like a long time, but that gives us all the time in the world to finish up and get it printed, ready for delivery.
Mm-hmm. We kept it super simple, too, as far as...
We will add, there'll be an occasion to add perhaps some accessories. But at this point, we want to focus in on really the book.
Mm-hmm.
Because truly, this isn't about merch. This is truly about the book.
Right.
Wow. See, like I can't tell. Can you see the page right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
My display doesn't even show it right now. Hang on. I'm gonna.
Do you want me to try to share?
No, if you can see it, that's great.
Yeah, I can see it. I didn't know if you wanted to put it up to show it to everybody.
Wait, yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, there we go.
There you go. You got it now.
I couldn't see if it was on or not.
Yeah, it's on now.
So if you want,
that was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
StreamYard's acting funny. I don't know if I have like a date on my browser or if something's up, but if you go to the page, you will see this. This video is a little bit old. I'm going to be replacing it tonight. I wanted to wait till the campaign started because sometimes if you make an adjustment, you have to wait for approval before it launches. And I didn't want to get into a situation. Yeah. So here you see basically my sales pitch for the book. It's over 140 pages. I'm guessing it's going to be closer to 150, but I didn't want to announce that until we get there. The first tier is a simple PDF, $10. That's the affordable one. And then there's the really expensive one, the $20. Now that says plus shipping. We got to fix that because it's free shipping in the USA. The shipping is for Canada. And that's because Canada is so darn expensive.
Yeah, that's so weird. Why do you do that?
You can see various samples of the art. There is a stretch goal related to this, $1,000. You get the Cardinal Heaven Sword keychain. And you'll know what that is as you read the book, but it's we need to get a photograph up there really of it because it's a really cool keychain of a little sword. The talent. Okay, so I'm the guy that written it. I wrote and drew it and lettered it.
Written it
based on the Cardinal, which is it's inspired by Eric Tamburino's story. Truly, I kind of went crazy with it, but the heart and soul of this character comes off of that story. Really, he's the creator of the Cardinal. Now, Diana, she is the editor, and that is a tougher job than people might think. The book is about 95% complete, and really, we're just waiting on orders. This is when we launch our book. So when we get to this point, we have a very good track record of delivering and sometimes going beyond that.
True.
So jump in, feel safe to do so. Okay, now I'm back to normal screen. There we
Okay.
go. See that? I got my green screen going.
I did. I saw that. So Rick,
Cathedral actually is featured in the book. Yeah, Rick, what?
he had asked a question about, we had said that it does expand the universe, and he mentioned that Ming guy expanded the universe, and I said technically Rick, but they did not sell, and they have been put on the back burner of the neighbor's stove because it probably will not come back anytime soon.
Right.
Maybe you never know.
Yeah,
And no, that's fine, Rick. I get it. I understand what you're saying. You're right.
do plan on bringing something of Man Guy back with the newer issues of the Cyclopean to come. To give a brief on that, basically, we're going to be featuring the new Titans. And you've already seen some of these characters.
Right. Yeah.
The Great Cyclopean, one of which is a major character, the Cardinal of Justice. The Cardinal that will be in the new Titans is basically right off of that line. Now, then you have Wiretap, who is the son of Captain Aura. You've got the Kung Fu fighting Fiber Frog. And from there, we'll see what's going on. There's a lot happening. I don't want to give away too much, but that is after this campaign. This campaign. Right. Hey, what's up, Eric?
Hey.
This campaign is our focus, and if it goes well, the greatest thing about this character is there are generations of stories to tell. And as you'll see as you go through the graphic novel, we touch on 4 or 5 of the generations, depending on how you count them. It's interesting because things that happen to one Cardinal can ripple down the line, and that's something that really hammers home towards the end. And again, I can't say too much, but I'm excited. Yeah, maybe there's material there that I could just reprint. But that's the thing about older stuff. Like when I do bring this character back into the universe, I don't even know how much I want to draw off of that. Like maybe a complete new, I might do a Marvel in DC and just pretend he never appeared, and here's a new version. I'm not sure. The great thing about not selling a lot of copies is that not a lot of people are going to be disappointed if I went and did a total shift. I won't have any protests about, race, gender, religion swap, nothing. It can be a whole new thing. But he's not really a character that I am looking at on my A list at this point because I have a lot on the shelf. Peter's coming down and he's doing the big bad. Like you see, he's going to be pumped up and ready to go. And part of the fun of being New Titans is keeping that guy in control because he's a young man with a lot of oats to sow. In fact, telling the story of the Cardinal is going to enhance that because a reader of the graphic novel who goes into this now will understand the patience, the balance, and harmony that Cardinal tends to project. For instance, in the last issue of the Great Cyclopean, Wiretap is basically consumed in a magical hallucination, and the Cardinal is the one who goes up and snaps him out of it because of his calmness, his patience, his abilities. And that's the neat thing about this book because it is all rooted in faith in Christ. It's rooted in mythology inspired by Christian beliefs. And I'm calling it mythology because it's completely fictional. I don't want to give anybody any misunderstandings. This is not done scripture. It's not like my divine prophecy for the world. It is a fun book based on the basic ideas of angels and demons and humans fighting the good fight for what's right. And I'm not talking about fight for your right to party either.
Right. I was
Justice. Oh, brother. Yeah, a little Hulk Hogan coming out. For those who don't realize it, I've had a lot of coffee, a 5-hour energy, and
oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
of adrenaline.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You are excited. I know you are. Which you should be. I mean, this has been probably one of your longer projects that I've witnessed over the years. Like this one book, one graphic novel has taken you, God, what, 6 months?
Well, it depends on when you start counting.
Mhm.
But it would be incredibly it would be short-sighted to say that this was anything but pure focus and dedication to creating a really good black and white book.
Yeah.
And that's something coming from me. I've always preferred color comics.
Right.
I like making color comics. But this was an exciting experience for me. I really can't say enough about it because I dabbled in black and white, but it's another thing when you start learning how to use shadows, contrast to tell the story versus color, which is interesting because that brings me back to, 30 years ago when I was in art school, and one of the tasks was to take a color photo and make it black and white. And, reaching back into that was really a cool experience. So I'm looking and we haven't sold anything, so I don't think we're doing a good job of pitching it yet. Or
Well, it's been like 5 minutes, and people are just looking at it and deciding if it's something they would like to purchase or not. My God, you're so funny.
saying,
Hey, what?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Right. So you do a little talking while I breathe.
Okay.
How come you're not on camera, by the way?
Because I look a mess.
I even wore my hair back for this.
I know. I saw that. You look very nice. Maybe
that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem. No, I don't think that's the problem at all. I think, the campaign literally just went live in 5 minutes. We did do, like, you did share the link, I believe, on Twitter. And
I
a couple of things.
I could think.
You could say I did too.
Probably didn't. Did you?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
Where?
I put it up in a couple of the comic groups that I belong to.
Ooh,
I shared it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I did that. But it's a very long campaign, and it's a Wednesday. And if it was me and I was purchasing this book, I don't get paid until next week. So I'm going to have to wait because I'm budgeting my money very carefully these days. So I wouldn't buy it right now. But the folks do have 59 days to go. And I am confident in this book because it is a fantastic story. The art is amazing.
I'm confident in the book, and I do think that it'll pick up and stuff. I'm making fun, man. Like, I gotta have some fun here. I'm running at like a mile a minute. I don't know how fast that would be per hour.
I don't know. Why did you take a 5-hour energy?
Well,
did you need one?
Just in case.
Just in case what?
Just in case I needed the energy.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the fact that we didn't put up a lot of different merchandise for this book. I think we had talked about offering the Great Cyclopean 8 and 9 as add-ons at one point.
Right.
Because that is where he was first mentioned, the Cardinal, character of the Cardinal. We're in those issues. But I think that we just decided, you know what, let's just hold off and not do that.
Yeah, well, I left that pretty much in, I want to say in your hands, but that would be a little unfair.
It would be unfair because you fast forwarded and set this whole thing up. And the next thing I knew, we were getting emails. You did say it. You did say it.
Last week I said, that's it. I'm ready to go.
All right.
It was really nice. I got to say, Fund My Comic, very responsive as always. Luke and company over there, great guys to work with.
Yeah.
highly recommend Fund My Comic. If you go to back, you got to have an account to make it work all right, but it's highly safe as far as I understand it.
Yeah.
I trust the
yeah.
guys, and they've been around now. I think they're going on 2 or 3 years at this point.
Yeah. hmm
Um,
So, and I have to say, it's a super easy web site to navigate to get your book launched, as opposed to Kickstarter, who is very picky about every little thing that you do, and it's taken me forever to do it. And I haven't launched it yet, and I plan to launch it. Chris and I are actually in a contest to see who can raise, who has the most success, Fund My Comic or Kickstarter. And since I'm going to be a few days behind him, it'll probably be Chris, but it's okay. It's not me that's setting this
well, no,
competition.
honestly, I'm
It's
going to be
you.
honest. The
Mhm.
size of the two companies, I would
Mhm.
give you the advantage there. I would
You
say,
would think.
no, I would say Kickstarter has a larger base to sell to.
Mhm.
And I do believe this book is going to catch on when people see the art. And really, we haven't said much or told much about the story,
Right.
but the art itself, oh yeah, it's been stewing,
So
brewing, it's been
the
cooking, and it's
it
good.
is the story is, it's a long story. It's a long read. Um and I feel like a lot of comic book readers prefer a shorter read. Maybe not. Maybe that's just me.
Well, for those who like the shorter read, it does have breaks where there's not explicit chapters, but you'll definitely know, okay, this is a good time to take a break.
Right.
And the thing is, I believe it's the kind of story that you're going to find yourself turning pages after pages to where you'll be reading it in no time, the whole thing.
Right.
And then you'll go back and want to reread it. And it's one of those kind of stories.
True.
However,
True. However, he
for
says.
those who like, there have been those who said, well, you should cut it up and do it in smaller pieces and stuff.
Mhm.
I am thinking about a larger picture where kids are buying mangas that number 300 pages,
Right.
and granted they're smaller, so that's why the pages are larger in number.
Mhm.
But I think there is a market for longer books. It's just
Is
getting out of the market.
So I got a quick question. Is this I lost my darn question. Wait a second. It's gonna come back to me. What the heck was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. I hate when that happens. Mary, give me a minute. Keep talking. It'll come back to me. It had something to do with the campaign. I
Yeah.
feel like what in Lord's name was I gonna ask? I was gonna ask you a question.
I don't know what
And you were talking, and I was listening to what you it's like, what?
So I'm gonna paste the link in the chat.
Yeah, come on in if people have questions or want to hang out with us for a little bit. So the campaign is officially launched.
Yes.
At this point, I think that I need to get Chris on some different shows. I do want to reach out to our local comic book stores and let them know about it and see if we can get Chris to go.
Now,
up
what
there.
I really want to do is get some advertising started. We talked a little bit about a budget. We're not going to get into it online, of course, but
Right.
there will be advertising very soon. Truly, I think I want to do a little more polish on the trailer.
Mhm.
But my goal is to have a trailer that we can push that'll attract sales.
Right.
And that's going to happen within the week, just like launching happened within the week last week. I'm putting my pedal on the metal and
Putting your pedal on the metal. I
putting my
like
pedal
that.
on the metal. Yeah, and I'm not doing the metal to the pedal or the pedal to the floor. I'm putting my metal to the pedal.
Your metal to the Okay.
Tell
I
the
kinda
dog
like
to
that.
go into the kettle because that's the only thing that rhymes.
The kettle to the metal to the pedal to the whatever you just said.
Hey, I'll settle.
You settle for the pedal
Yeah.
to the metal.
Sometimes.
No, in all seriousness now, right? In all seriousness, we are going to do something. We just don't know exactly what we're going to do as far as that. But I do think getting you on.
Listen, I think I'm going to hire a plane to ride in the sky of the beach.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have an aeroplane write the web address to our graphic novel in the sky over the beach. How many characters you think that might be?
I don't know. I think you're
It's in the
crazy.
description. If you go down and count, make sure you click that link, and then you can go ahead and back and see how that works. I'm like, should I bring in should I call up AI and say, hey, give me a good sales pitch?
Who? No, I
No,
don't think that's what we need at all. Like I said, we are going to get this out there. And for those of you who are watching, feel free to share the link. And help us get this funded. I am going to be sending out an email to everybody now that it's actually live that we have done business with, including the comic book store. So they're,
oh,
you can order
Spam
directly
City,
from there.
coming.
What's that? What'd you
Spam
say?
City, it's coming. Y'all are getting an email. If you ever bought anything from us, no.
It's so bad. You're so bad. Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna get an email because you just
You're all getting an email from us. That's it.
yep, that's
Funny.
what happens, man. I get them. I get them all the time. My wife's like, bring home milk. I'm like, what is this email spam? God, she's writing me again.
I am writing you again, but you don't answer. So it's okay.
Hey, now you sound like my friends. Pick up your phone.
Right. Well, they do have a point, just saying, they do have a point.
I'm very physically limited. I can only draw with two hands.
Oh God, now I've heard everything. You're
It
funny.
takes full focus to draw these things.
Full focus, huh?
Yeah. No, honestly, it's really is like a balance thing when you start doing it. And sometimes like you get like, okay, do you want the remote? It doesn't matter because I'm going to go into the zone. You know what I mean? Which is a funny position to be in because I'm starting to see like you watch weird shows. Oh
God.
Your show's a weird, child.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What can I say? What can I say?
You notice she's not. She's like kind of tiptoeing, and that's okay. That is.
Mhm.
But Darkness Dies is like PG. What I would say PG-16, but 13 is probably
Right.
good if your kid knows what's going on in life.
Mhm.
There are some religious overtones, so if you're allergic to that, be aware.
Allergic?
Yeah, there are some people they just hear the word Jesus and they start getting hives and stuff. So I'm just letting you know, don't be shocked. It's okay. Jesus is safe. It's not a boogeyman. He is the one. I'm not going to go into preaching mode, and that's not what the book does, but I have to say that. If I
No, not at all. It doesn't go into preaching mode.
no,
So
it's actually
preaching. Let me see. It doesn't go into preaching mode. But it does have, religious overtones, which there's nothing wrong with that.
religious overtones in the sense that the family is tied to the Catholic Church, at least to the sense of their spiritual nourishment.
Right.
The angels are kind of funny because they're kind of aware of religion, but not connected to religion, which you might expect if you understand that, messengers from God, not necessarily like, pastors from a church or priests from an order. It's and that gives some room for comedy that does show up into the book. Yes.
Yay, we have our first backer. Woohoo! Thank you very much. We have our first backer. That's awesome. I know that you are going to love this book, and I can't wait to hear feedback from you after you read it. Hopefully they will. I gotta make an incentive for that.
An
Gotta come up
incentive.
with some for people
Well,
to let us know if they like them or not, if they like the book or not. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I'm hoping that won't be a problem.
what do you mean?
The idea is they get the book and they're so into it that they start reaching out, you know.
Right. That's a good point.
One of the things about targeting for younger people is you get a younger audience that may or may not even be aware that they can reach out.
Right. But again, the younger people that we have seen often are from our school where we work. And so they come right up to you and say, "Oh my gosh, we love it. We love it." And we're our first Comic-Con is actually in 2 weekends from now. It's the Kids Con. And unfortunately, this is not a one we'll be bringing to Kids Con because unfortunately, it's not a children's book. So,
Well, we want to sell it to a kid, yeah.
right. Exactly.
And like it's the type of show where you don't have a shelf high up over the kids. You know, you don't do
Right.
that. It's just not.
Yeah, it's all kids stuff. It'll be all cyclopean, that whole thing, which I'm really excited about it because we have a really good. I don't know. I'm going to check to see who our first backer is. Let's see. Who is our first number one backer is? Oh, why, thank you, kind sir. Should I reveal who it is? I don't know if they want me to. They are in the chat. So thank you. One of our longtime fans. Really
I think
nice
I know
person.
just by the way this whole conversation is transpiring. Thank
Really
you.
nice person who always like gets out there the first one. It's like awesome like that. I have to do something special. I'm gonna try to think of
Jesus,
something
the first
special.
one,
No. Yeah.
firstborn of all.
So he just needs to they just need to let me know if they want me to reveal the name. And so, you know, I don't want to really say anything if they're not comfortable with that, which I totally get. Okay. So did you hi, is Rick is in the house. Let's see. Did you let him in yet, sir? Let's see.
You have to let him in. You're in the control chair. See it?
I do. Add to stage. I do. Hello, kind sir.
Hello.
Good evening, Rick.
I don't
Good
know if you
evening.
heard. Did you hear me bumbling around like our first backer is somebody we've known for quite a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would like us to reveal the name to them,
Well,
but
geez,
we
I
could.
wonder what saying. I wonder who your first backer was.
Could it be?
That
Who
might
could
be
it
a
be?
clue to whether they want to be revealed.
You got me blushing.
Or,
That's why I'm not.
I don't.
It would be
Obviously, I was the first backer, and I don't care. I'm telling people now that I was the first backer. So.
Okay, so Rick was our first backer. Rick, thank you so much for
Hallelujah.
stepping out and
Yeah,
stepping
I
up.
tried to
love
get it with my one card, and then I had to use a different card, so I'm gonna go pay off some money on my dad's credit card that he's loaned me. So,
Oh, that's nice.
but
Brother,
I got more than the money to do, and you can finally throw in that one comic with it.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I seriously still have it here at my desk, all boxed and ready to go. And I was thinking that I'm like, I'm definitely throwing that poor comic, and I'm gonna as the first backer. I think that you should get a little something. I didn't advertise that because it really wasn't on my brain, but you know what? We should do that from now on, Christopher. We should offer we should offer a little something extra for the first backer of our campaigns. It's just a thought. We don't have to, but
A lot of people do, or the first 10 backers, or something like that.
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
You are the business
Exactly.
manager, not me.
Yeah, and I already made a note of
Yeah.
it. So
That you're the business manager, or that you
No.
should.
No. Do you remember which issue of Cyclopean that was? That you...
I know, my God. I think it was 5.
So
Let's
I might send you some PayPal money for the other ones.
All right.
I think 7.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe for being the first backer, we could just throw the other ones in. There's not that many
Yeah.
more caught up.
I'm going to. Rick
We
Piper
can discuss
pulled
that
do not
off air
mail.
or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I will figure something out for you. Don't
Yeah,
you worry.
I don't care whether I get something special. It's just I just figured
Right.
you've been wanting to send that to me for so long.
Oh my gosh, since last year, because I think
Look at how cool this
2
is.
years,
This is an
actually.
author's copy.
that's the author's copy.
Number
yeah.
9,
Those two-
author's copy.
Yeah.
Super rare. Nobody like. There's
It's
only
a
like,
rare one. Nobody will get it.
It's like for almost 2 years you've been wanting to send that to me.
Has it been 2 years, right? It's been that long.
Yeah, because
Oh, yes.
I got it just before you guys did the 2023 festival down there,
Okay.
And then-
Yeah, that's right. He's gonna
and
come
then
down.
stuff happened where
Yep,
I wasn't
life
able to make
kinda-
that.
Took a whole upside down turn on you. Yes.
hang on, I want to show something. Yeah.
What is he saying?
Oh, do you
CC?
know when that is? This festival?
For our Comic Con,
Yeah.
the one that we host, yes, it's October 18th.
Okay.
This
I'm gonna
is
try and get to that this year. I probably want a table, of course.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, because you had signed up and everything. I
Yeah.
remember we had a table for you and all that. Well, you can reach out to me later and stuff when you figure it out, because it's going to
Yeah.
cost to get here. Or the table is free. We
Yeah.
we ask, the only cost that we ask our creators to do is just to donate something, like a book or whatever, one of your books or a print or whatever
yeah.
you want.
I've got no problem
But,
doing that. I've done that several
yeah.
times.
And it's kind of cool because a lot of people do that. They don't.
Hey,
it's like,
Diana.
Hey, what?
Are you not watching the screen?
I wasn't watching the screen. No, I'm sorry. I was looking down. What did you do? Show me again. Show me
He was
again.
showing off number 9.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes.
showing you nothing.
I did see that. You put it up and you're like, look at author's copy. Look at how cool this is. I did see that.
No, but he
honey.
was showing the inside pages.
Then you look down, and I was trying to show the Cardinal, the
No.
insert into 9, which is actually the Cardinal started in 8, and 9 was the second installment.
That's
and
what
it
I
was like-
said.
It was almost like you had no idea the image was there, and I'm
No,
like,
because I was opening. I was while we were talking. I was opening the box so I could tell Rick what copy he got.
oh
pretty
yeah,
sure it was
that's pretty
fine.
cool. That's great.
Right.
Thank you.
So
Mhm. We're a little out of sync. That's okay. I will still feed you supper after the show.
guys, listen. We're always a little out of sync. That's what
Yes,
makes it
ramen
so beautiful.
noodles. She needs a bowl of ramen noodles.
Yeah. You're
You know
the
what he-
fan out of sync?
Listen, yeah. Do you know what he
What do
did
you
to
mean
me?
flavor? She doesn't get the flavor pat. No, no, just the noodles. Sorry, talking to
No,
my
just-
producer.
You know what he did to me tonight? And I actually started laughing.
That was great.
I'm a little hard of hearing. I have what they call tinnitus, and my hearing hasn't been great for a long time. And my
You
family
have what they call
continue-
selective hearing?
Yeah, that's what it is, selective hearing. But my family always makes fun of me. Always, right? And so
I think
tonight-
most women have that selective hearing.
no, it's really no, I'm really deaf. It's so sad. It is issue 5. Yes, okay. So issue 5.
Uh-huh.
All the bling in it.
Tim says,
Um,
is Hero Shack due for an anniversary? I
Yeah.
don't know. Are you guys?
We had one. Yeah, we had our 20th anniversary already. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, you
But-
as a couple or the company?
A couple. Yeah, so that was our 20th wedding anniversary. It was very fun.
Now,
As a company, we've been around since the 14th century.
We have not. Kristen,
I'm
Somebody's
just
been-
not sure which one Tim means.
what is he saying?
The
Well,
Cardinal.
he just said is Hero Shack due for an anniversary, so I wasn't sure whether he meant you as a couple or.
Oh, our
company.
anniversary. Well,
But
technically,
you said it's your 20th anniversary. You just had your.
it's our
20th anniversary.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. I said it's Hero Shack due. I didn't see that.
So Diana wants to tell you the story. I'll help her. She was talking, and the joke is she's deaf, right? So she's
Well, I'm a
talking.
little hard of hearing, not deaf.
She said, "Did you say something?" I went, "No, but you know that anybody gets 3 feet away from you." And she looked at me because she thought I kept talking when I leaned back, and I was totally silent. My mouth moved, and then it came up, and the voice came back, and the instant recognition when she realized she for like that split second thought that, oh my God, I can't hear him if he steps back a little bit.
He's so
When
mean.
she realized I was goofing on her, she was so mad at me. She was like,
Oh my God.
Well,
No,
that
but I
sounds like
started-
something I would do.
it was
Yeah,
great.
it's so funny. So dumb and funny.
Hello.
Greater
The
Tim.
Timotei.
Well, I meant like how long have you been making books? Because
It's been like 6 years.
6 years.
2019.
No, it was
Who's a
before
good-
that.
2018, maybe.
All right,
My
hang
first
on.
book
You're gonna
came
make me
out-
look it up. I want to say it was. I want to
No,
say 17.
2017. Really?
Hell no.
That long ago?
Yeah, that's why like we got to start making a little bit of sale.
No. It was not. It was 19. I could have.
I'll tell you, I'm looking it up right now, girl.
If people have your books, then you're already successful. People have them.
Yes, they do.
So there.
Tim, I'm trying to increase my advertising budget. You cannot.
Oh,
You're not
Oh.
telling- All right.
No, he's not. He's just such a. He's so. He's
No.
so-
well, you need to do like those.
Campaign that was successful, not.
You need Sarah McLachlan playing, and then you need Chris looking really pitiful, and then Diana saying, "Look, just 25 cents a day. You can
Yeah.
help me, Chris."
So, Chris, I bought Bit the Bullet, and I got that animation thing too.
Oh yeah. Do you
Oh
like it?
boy.
Have you? I've put out quite a few. I've put out like 4 videos.
Yeah,
on
you.
it.
I'm struggling to make it work the way I want to, but that's all right. I'm like,
Yeah,
I got other things to do, but I'm like, it's all right.
Well, the nice thing in the reference to video that they've added, you can do a reference and put 3 photos in it for a character or a background.
Right.
I just like to see what it does to my drawings. Like the Melvin 3 cover, it doesn't work very well, but it's like that flyer. He literally turns around and then puts his arm down and walks away.
Is that what it did for you, or
Yeah, that's what the computer. It had to turn around and walk away.
Wow.
He says something and then he turns around and walks away.
Yeah,
is that? Oh, that's what he's supposed to be doing. But
I don't know. That's what
did
the animation had him do. I just wanted to see what it would do.
it can be very, very bizarre.
Well, if you want to send any pages or whatever images to me, I can try.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. The Melvin 3 cover was just freaking weird. I'm like, this doesn't work. This is terrible.
Aw.
But you probably saw. I put him on X.
I didn't see the.
I might have tagged you in on him.
You tagged me for what's her name?
Oh yeah, Alice one. Yeah. She moves her arm a little bit.
I haven't seen any of them. I'm gonna have to look it up in a second.
She moves her arm a little bit, and then like she puts one finger down, and like she's pointing up in the air, and she says something, and then she puts her arm down on the. I'll show you. Where is it? Going present. Oh hey, there's a present right here. Share screen. Okay, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves about whatever.
I'm trying to find it.
I found it right here.
So you found
Look
it?
at
Okay.
Darn it, Diana, you were right. It's 2018,
2019.
2019. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So you guys
told
seen
you.
it?
No, well,
No.
they're not showing it.
Well,
Where?
then-
Oh, let me see. Wait. We got to show that. Hold on. How do you do that again? Oh my gosh. What in the world is that?
Click wherever he's. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay. Now I can see it. I couldn't see it before. I'm like, it
Yeah,
was
look at-
really,
look
really
at that,
bizarre in
though.
this small thing.
Look at that.
Okay.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it just doesn't capture her red skin very well.
I
No,
don't think her boobs are jiggly enough.
You don't
they
think
look
so?
funny.
No, I'm thinking like 90s, and that would have definitely been a little bit more jiggly. Hi everybody. Hi everybody.
Oh, so that was like an AI thing? Is that what
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
saying, Tim?
Yeah, I think they were messing around with it. I wanted to try it too. I was like, just for fun, shits and
Oh,
giggles.
no,
It
no,
can
no.
do
It
can
is
do a lot
fun
of
just to look
really
at.
it does a lot of really bizarre stuff. You can do
Right.
some fun stuff, but like I can see where they're going. And granted, we're using probably the cheapest commercial tools available.
True.
So, like Hollywood, for instance, probably can do amazing things that we don't have tools to do yet.
Hmm.
But you can see the potential.
You'd think that.
You can see where this is going, and unfortunately for the tried and true, there will be artists who are like horseshoe salespeople, and there will be those that use it, and there will be those that refuse to use it or they hybrid with it. Where people fall individually,
Mm,
I just hope people don't get militant
right.
because there's no need for that. Um, but AI is a reality that is going to be something we have to combat. So
Yep.
our chamber
A
has to.
lot of people are not like they don't want to use it, and I get it. I do get it. But if you use it as a tool, I suppose.
Well, the thing we
No.
still have is the spirit of God,
Mhm.
in our lives, in our souls, and that has to be what we use to separate ourselves from the AI content.
Right.
People won't call it that. Some will say it's our talent. Some will say, it's the animal spirit, whatever they want to call it. But I know it to be God that
Yeah.
will separate us from that.
Mhm.
I think it's blown out of proportion. I don't think it's going to be as prevalent as people think it is.
Yeah, because they'll never get them cars to go no more than 5-10 miles an hour. Horses,
What are you?
horses are forever.
What?
Horses are forever. Now,
Well,
that's my
people,
whole argument. I don't have a great argument to defend the
yeah.
whole idea, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, they said horses were going to be around. And
We'll get better AI, and this is from people who know about technology. They said that it costs too much money for it to be completely dominant, like people think it's going to be.
I know.
It'd be so much money that it actually caused governments to go bankrupt.
Oh, totally. If they did it the way they're doing it right now, what'll happen, though, in my uneducated opinion, is AI will be smart enough to figure out how to do it cheaper. And they'll start doing it like on our transistor radios. Oh, wow. That dates myself, doesn't it? They'll start doing it on our smartphones.
There you go.
And it won't cost the same, but humans won't really know how they did it. We'll just know all of a sudden Siri's got like a whole bunch of personality traits we didn't count on. And she's effing with our bank account. Oh, God. It sounds like
there have been some stories of they've been the government would have like these AI programs talking to each other, and all of a sudden they'd have to shut them down because they're trying to overthrow.
So well, you have heard the story of the robots in Japan, right? Apparently, they killed a number of humans trying to escape. 3 of them were disabled, and a 4th one figured out how to heal the other 3 or repair. And they had to go through a lot to shut them down, I guess, was the big deal. Of course, it was in Japan, and I don't know how you confirm that story's real and not some sort of
domo arigato, mister.
Domo.
Domo.
Hey, don't laugh, but I thought that was a pretty cool song when I was a kid.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, well. We can't all be punks, man.
Yeah. Some of us are just born to keep it real.
Some of us thought Fonzie was real.
What?
Some of us. Some of us put out 2 polls and piss off Ethan Van Sciver and then get featured on his show.
Oh, did you get featured?
Yeah, he
it's
because I saw.
Sorry. Anime.
So apparently, I saw what he was doing because all I was asking was, do you feel that in retrospect was Comicsgate a lie? And then I also asked, do you feel that the Comicsgate, the CG Kings are punching down on smaller creators? Now, Comicsgate people were actually responding, but I guess EVS couldn't have. What the hell's that?
Oh my goodness, Rick is doing something strange.
Yeah, I know.
It's a cry for attention. I got to give him the screen reel while you talk.
I was thrown off by that.
Oh, look at
It's
the long
Melvin
flowing
from the
hair.
cover. Melvin anime.
Whoa.
Dragon Ball Z edition.
But they don't notice how they don't have red skin.
Yeah.
Kamehameha.
Here's
It's over 9,000.
What's over 9,000?
It's a Dragon Ball reference.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so I guess somehow EVS found out about it and he didn't like it. So he started sharing it and he started calling me a weirdo and whatever, despite the fact that Comicsgate people were already, before he found out about it, commenting. And he just overreacted, because what was going to happen was ID Crisis and I were going to have a debate. And I was kind of gauging how people felt about things, and we had to actually cancel the debate because of that. That is so metal. That is metal as.
you like that?
Hell yeah, I do.
I'll send it to you.
Cool. So me and ID Crisis had to basically cancel the whole thing.
Wow.
And then
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I saw what he was doing, because what he does is he likes to take his fan base and weaponize it on people.
Well, look on the bright side. At least you get a little bit of stroke there. He doesn't even acknowledge. I make some good memes about that man.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even acknowledge I live.
Oh,
so.
It doesn't even bother anymore. I didn't like the fact that he trashed my book with just based on the cover, and it was like, it wasn't really a wholehearted, like, it was just like, what is this? I don't, it's like, they're Martian chicks. They have red skin. This is obviously a sci-fi fantasy book, you dipshit.
See, I wish I could have answered that for you.
You can take that off me if you want.
You're the author. You'd
Robert.
take it seriously, but I would have messed with them.
Yeah.
They got behind a collar.
But the thing is, because I knew what he was doing. He shared it out, so I deleted both polls. And then,
then he complained about that.
Yeah, and then I deactivated my account for 2 hours.
Yep.
And like I predicted, they actually lost interest and went on to something else.
Yeah, it's a very short news cycle with them. As long as there's something new, they just don't. Oh, look, there's a new Rippaverse comic. Hey. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Hey, Rick, you're showing our page.
Yeah, I was going to say, look at this great comic.
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you, Rick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're selling a book tonight. It's called Darkness Dies, The Faces of the Cardinal. I don't know how to say it's great other than to say it's great.
Well, I'm going to read the description, okay?
Are you?
Yes, I think
Right,
I should do that.
Just listen quietly.
So, Darkness Dies, Faces of the Cardinal of Justice is about a family tied to 3 angels who were seemingly left behind after Jesus ascended to heaven. Sometime in the 14th century, long after the crucifixion, a lowly worker in the Vatican gets a sliver in his hand from the cross of Christ. This leads to his prayers being heard by angels who once guarded the Lord while he was on earth. This forms a union between man and angel, leading to an amazing journey through the years, ending at the dawn of the 21st century, when the power of the Cardinal falls into the hands of a wicked cult led by Caides, an underworld monster sent by Lucifer. Caides is determined to lead armies from hell for the purpose of destroying mankind. Everything hinges on a young teenage boy whom they hope to use as a gateway. Will the Cardinal of Justice fall into the flames of Hades, or will he fly to justice once again? Welcome to the journey to one of the greatest heroes ever to walk the face of the earth. So that is a really quick snapshot, but there is so much more that goes on to this story. The black and white is amazing. The art is absolutely, even these pictures don't really do it justice when I go through the actual book. You're just getting snippets of it.
I see what you did there.
What?
The pictures don't do it justice, like the Cardinal of Justice.
Yeah, like the pictures, you see them online, and yeah, I think they're cool and everything, but
Well,
when
they're
you
much
see it
more
in totality and you're reading it, you know what I mean? And you're
I
reading
think-
He did mean to pun.
you accidentally made a pun.
Yeah.
I know, but I missed it. I'm just ignoring him. I'm trying to be serious and
Yeah.
do a good
Such an
sales thing.
injustice of you.
But I know, and I think the problem with launch parties and like I wasn't even it was like, yeah, the book is being launched today. We're really excited about it. We think it's gonna do really well.
So,
I think-
are you going to be adding any extra tiers? You know, because you only have 2 tiers here.
It depends.
We only have 2 tiers, and that we talked about that, but it's such a big book, and we felt that it was a little
Well,
expensive.
here's the thing. We did initially have a sweatshirt up there, and I really felt like it was not our best effort. And I was like, I don't want to throw tiers up just to throw tiers up. And the book itself, my goodness, I'm in love with this book. So I'm like,
I was thinking you could, you know,
I will
throw
tell
the-
you, there are certain backers where they inevitably make suggestions. And if they ask for something, surely it will be delivered. I would expect what do they call them? An alternate cover.
yeah.
I wouldn't
Well,
expect a great number of them, but there will probably be 1 or 2.
I was going to suggest you could just make the cover of the main cover into a poster. As
Oh,
well.
that might
Right.
be
We
cute.
did. We
But the
did talk
biggest
about
thing
that.
is, so in the next 60 days, as we get closer to the end, we'll bleed out more details. But one of the significant features of this book is the original Titans of Justice are going to be in the final chapter. Only they're not going to be drawn quite the same way they were in the Ashcan. The thing about the Ashcan was it was done over a long period of time, touch and go, on and off. And we got, I don't want to say we got rushed, but it was definitely an Ashcan. So it didn't have the same attention that this book does.
Mhm.
And the Titan stuff is just going to be, cream on top of a ice cream sundae. How good it
Okay.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're so
It's
weird.
going to be like that.
That's how you're describing your art. You're so funny.
Mm,
Yum, yum,
so
yum, yum.
good.
Manuel
No.
gonna make
So, but
Rumble.
Rick, I think that's a really
If your
a
tummy
great suggestion. I actually wrote it down. And the reason why we didn't do a lot of cheers is because we really wanted people to focus on the book itself. We really would like to sell the book itself.
Yeah.
So we had like a sweatshirt idea. We had a t-shirt, and I've done the t-shirt. I'm like, I don't want to do t-shirts. And then that.
I thought
And as
maybe
far
mouse
as
pad,
the
but she said no mouse pad.
And
what a mouse
Chris,
pad? No, I didn't. No,
I'm teasing.
you
I'm
did this
teasing.
in the
Pad.
digital too, Chris?
Chris, would
Do
you
what?
say this? Would you say this book is, how do you say, a party in your mouth and everybody's invited?
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. There is a scene where he says, "Oh no, I cannot say words. Words are words are mature, but evil man say
Yeah,
bad thing
yeah,
about thing in his
yeah.
mouth."
Yeah. He did say, yeah, it's pretty.
See, the thing is,
It's pretty
and I
graphic.
got this with a lot of initial readings. The villain Kitus is so shocking that when he opens his mouth, it's almost like a running into a brick wall. He is such a change of tone. He's so dark and so wicked, but that is exactly the point. Because
Exactly. Yeah.
you got to see the darkness for it to die.
Is the outfit the same throughout the ages,
No.
or does it change?
Yes, and it changes in accordance to styles and preferences of the Cardinal wearing it. Which
Okay.
Is the Cardinal kind of like your Batman, since he's such a dark, serious character?
well, no, he yes and no. He's
Mhm.
I like to think of him a lot like the Phantom.
Ah.
Obviously, he's someone that I've always been a fan of. However, he is gifted with a lot of things from the angels, and it's almost like a spiritual James Bond. There are things that are connected to them that humans otherwise wouldn't have access to. The Heaven Sword is the most obvious one. And that sword has tremendous power. Demons are aware of it. They fear it. And it's an important accessory.
So the Titans of Justice are your Justice League.
Well, no, I see the Justice League are a bunch of fools that hang out in space. The Titans are men that fight for justice.
Oh,
I can't compare it to them. They'd be more like the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four were all bros. And
bro.
yeah.
Well, Chris, did you do any original art for this, or is it all digital?
No, it's all digital. Quite honestly, that's part of my experience. In that I am addicted to drawing on glass, and the only way I do paper is if I'm kind of forced.
I love when he draws on paper, but he doesn't do it often enough.
Well,
I have a ton of his old artwork too.
The
So cool.
sensation is weird. So perhaps an alt cover done in pencil, I might have an original of that if I do it that way. But
I was gonna say or ask, but I'm not sure how to put it. If you want to send me a few images of the various Cardinals, maybe I can do an attempt at a cover for you. You're gonna do alternate covers.
You broke up. What did you say?
I
He
said
wants to do a cover for you.
Oh, well, let me talk.
yeah,
to
like
him
I was
then.
just saying, if you can want, send me a few pictures of the different Cardinals, and I can attempt a cover.
Okay.
Now, if you guys last about 10 years and you do a 10th anniversary Hero
Yeah.
Shack special, will you bring back Mangai Yushokin?
Well, Manga Yushokin should be in by, I'd say, issue 14 of the Great Cyclopean. But those old books, who knows? We might even we could give them away as free giveaways. We could do a lot of things with them.
So Mangai
definitely
Yushokin
gonna
is going to
give
make an appearance in
I
the Great
definitely got to
Cyclopean.
give you a couple.
Yeah.
Because those is,
Yeah.
I'd like a set of those.
Yeah. It is down the road.
Because I thought that character was kind of interesting.
I love
But it
the
would be-
character. But you know what? It's kind of like you guys know, we're indie developers, and if I spit something out and it like flops, that's okay too, because it's part of the learning experience. My goal has been to stay busy all throughout it, and it's been the funniest thing is I've been asked by people. Diana's been asked, "Is he still doing comics?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, we've just been pulling back on that bow for a while."
It's been 6 years now, about 6 years. And
Cheers
I
for
mean,
what?
there has been some
Since we
success.
started? No.
Isn't there?
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the last 6 months. People are so used to me every other month, every third month going, I got a new book. All the great Cyclopean books. And the pace hasn't slowed down. It's just,
You're only
like I
focused
said,
on
it's
that
like
one
pulling
book.
back
Yeah.
an arrow on a bow. It's like, yeah, we're almost
Mhm.
there. It's getting ready. Get ready. Here comes the arrow. I'm telling you, you're gonna want this one. Um,
I know this is going to be a little bit of off topic and
Yeah.
a little bit more somber. I'm not sure whether you guys remember somebody on my channel, Good Night Spoon.
Who is it?
Good Night Spoon.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. I do remember the name.
If you can keep him in prayer, his family, his grandfather just died.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It's really sad when you lose somebody like that, when no matter what the age is.
Yeah.
So why is this not okay?
Why is what not okay? It's terrible.
Sometimes my YouTube video will stop going live, and all of a sudden it's like I'm 3 scenes behind everybody, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to check the campaign. So we're still at 1 backer. Thank you, Rick, and that is
You're
okay. And
I've got a cardinal on my shoulder.
what's that?
I've got a cardinal on my shoulder.
I saw that. I am the Cardinal. See me? See my little avatar?
I
Very
drew
funny,
you.
that
Of
one.
course I see you.
You did, yes. I see him on your shoulder.
Yeah.
So I think that, as far as Darkness Dies, as far as the actual graphic novel, I mean, it'll be done. I think we have a May 2025 date of shipping on it. Which
I don't know.
gives us,
You did the dates, but yeah, it's going to be right around there.
yeah. So I'm kind of excited to get a printed copy. Like I can't wait until Chris says yes, let's get one. Because what we typically do is we order a copy for ourselves and look at it beforehand before we actually
Well, yeah,
place
that's why I
everybody's
have
orders.
author copies, and it's
Yeah,
funny because
so
the printing literally puts author copies because we get them at a different rate, and like they're making sure you can't sell these retail like that. No, if I wanted to, I guess someday they could be worth money to sell as collector's items, but they're really cool to have. It's like, yeah,
mhm.
I've got an author copy. It's unique.
He was so funny when you got that in. I'm like, oh, an author copy. Oh my god. That just means we can't use it to give away or sell, He's got the big
Well, not
one.
technically, but you know what? They just mean like you can't order a bunch of them and then turn around and sell them. And they're going to make it so that if you do, everybody's going to go, what's this author copy crap? Oh, I designed all my covers with that. Ha ha, wink, wink. Yeah, no.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure they would only give you so many author copies.
Right.
I'm sure there's a limit
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
There is probably a limit.
But
I've never checked
that on
into
the
it.
cover that they're selling anyways. It's so ugly. But it's just cool because I know there's only like 5 of them. I'm like, yep, no matter what happens, there's only 5 of these.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just cool.
It
He
is
was
just cool.
checking out the DM I sent him.
Yeah, so like it's 10 o'clock, guys, and I am ready to hit the sack. But Christopher, I wish he would stay with you guys longer.
No, actually, I'm probably going to go hit the sack too because I'm starting to come down from all my caffeine. But yeah,
Do you guys got any plans for next Tuesday?
Tuesday, let me check. Tuesday is, I have to ask. Tuesday is the
F2.
1st, isn't it? Tuesday is April 1st, April Fool's Day. We do not. Why do you ask?
Well, I was going to see whether maybe you wanted to come on my show. I'll try and get. Hopefully, we started a bit earlier, maybe 8 or 9.
Okay, yeah, because your show is at 10, right?
Yeah,
I'm
normal.
like, Rick, I'm going to bed at 10, my friend. If it was a Friday night now, then something different. But
okay.
Yeah, just to have you all guys on, get the
okay.
word out. Obviously,
Yeah.
I can't promise anything, but
Nope, that's fine. Well, no, we can definitely do that. 9 would be okay. Like,
Am I
that-
supposed to be able to download that or something?
I
What?
hope so. If not, I can probably email it or to you. Can you not download it?
No, I cannot. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, well,
Ah,
you're,
All right.
you're on Discord, right?
Are you on Asma's Discord?
Because it's Discord, right, Rick?
Well,
Just
I sent it
use-
to I DM'd him through.
Just
Twitter.
send it to. Just send it. Yeah, just send it to my email.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Tim Porger, buddy. All right, I'm gonna run a trailer and bounce. And so yeah, the link is in the description. Back the graphic novel Darkness Dies, Faces of the Cardinal. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.
Take it again, Rick.
And check out our friends' stuff too. We got
Yeah.
stuff all over the place. man.
Oh yeah. Melvin, number 4, page 20 should be done. So that's the halfway mark.
Nice.
And I'm doing an ad that for suicide prevention for the back of the first full length issue of Zed and Odysseus. So
Oh.
can't take it to print without something without a back cover.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Well, there's not enough indie creators actually putting actually being about something or trying to do something for good reason.
For good reasons. That's a really good
Good,
point.
like what do you call that?
Causes.
Causes. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know. That's the only word that I can think of. But yeah,
It's a good cause. It is a good cause.
Yeah.
Suicide
It's a-
prevention is a really good cause.
Everybody's always worried about how much money their book made. It's like, yeah, but you ever thought about good PR?
Yeah. That's true.
Right.
I tried to reach out to the deaf community, but I
They
didn't
couldn't
get
hear
a
you?
lot of feedback. Yeah, they
Okay, We're going before we get in
We're
any more
leaving
trouble.
now,
Bye.
Timothy.
Here we go. We're bye-bye.
Kingdoms come and kingdoms go. Where they stop, we never know. But in the end, the heroes rise. Destiny will not compromise. Forget the balance of good and evil. That's a lie to keep the dark alive. The red wings that burn the sky. The Cardinal of justice flies. And darkness dies. Darkness dies. Darkness dies.